Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm gonna talk about a little bit about what I'm currently reading in Japanese. Well, I prefer reading novels and some books in English or sometimes in Spanish, but recently, I don't know why, but somehow I'm really into reading books in Japanese because I've finally challenged myself. It's a challenge. Challenged myself. I started reading so many books of Haruki Murakami, and these books are in Japanese. So from the very first book he written when he was, I don't know when did he write this book? Maybe around he was in the middle 30 or something. So the first book he ever written was called 1973年のピンボール. I think in English it's called Pinball, just Pinball. And that was how can I express, I don't know how to put into words about this book, the basic concept of this book, and in also the second one. So this is actually basically these three books, Pinball and 風の歌を聴け. The second book he has written 風の歌を聴け, and the third book the third one, it's called 羊をめぐる冒険. It's a 上下巻両方あるんだけど. Yeah, I've already finished reading these three books 3 days in a row. Actually, it was just they've got this Murakami vibes and atmosphere, and I cannot really describe these vibes and atmospheres in words, but you will know if you have if you have a chance to read them in your life. I highly recommend Murakami Haruki's books. Somehow stuck, those vibes somehow stuck in my mind for several days, and whenever I go out and for example go shopping, or go get some something, or going to the grocery shopping, and then on the way to the grocery shop, it's just a random, but I just I just see sunflowers blooming on the trees, or the people, as a bunch of students, maybe high school or junior high school student, in the jersey, jersey in Japanese school, they wear the specific type of jersey, and they're really having fun having so much fun chatting each other on the way there home, and all these kind of scenes kind of related to Murakami's books, the scenes in Murakami's books. I don't know why they all stuck in my mind, and at some point in my life, in my day or in my weeks, I constantly think about the particular scene that I found interesting in his book. That's the spirit. That's the best part. That's the interesting thing about Murakami's books. Yeah, and now I'm planning to read some Murakami's books in English. So I've ordered some of them from Mercari, and I think the postman delivered it tomorrow or maybe in a few days. So yeah. And also Murakami Haruki wrote some essays and some non-fictions, and I got these three books, essays. These are essays. So the first one is Portrate in Jazz, Portrait in Jazz. So this book is about this is an essay. It's kind of like an essay / non-fiction. So Murakami Haruki himself wrote a review of so many jazz musics, the famous and indie, so many famous jazz playlists, and like jazz trumpet player, drum player, piano players, like, for example, Chet Baker, my favorite jazz trumpeter. Also, Bill Evans, Cab Caraway, what else? Who else? Art Blakey, Fats Waller, Charlie Parker, with these kind of, cute illustrations on it. So this is Charlie Parker singing and playing his saxophone on the stage. And because Haruki Murakami, he is so into music, like especially in jazz music, and he's so specialized in. I don't think he plays any instruments, but he has a lot of knowledge and behind stories about who create this music and the behind story of one particular jazz songs, that jazz music, and he shared those stories in this book. And this is so interesting, and this attracted me. At the moment, the very moment I saw this book, I just took it from the shelf and then, I bought it. And another one, ちょっと題名長いんですけど、小澤征爾さん、指揮者の有名な小澤征爾さんと音楽について話をするっていう、this is an essay also. And it's kind of like a 対談、小澤征爾さんと村上春樹の対談を本にしたものなんだけど、so like they tape recorded their conversations about music, like almost, I think it's all about classical music, not jazz music, like Beethoven, music of Beethoven, Brahms, Mahler, Bernstein, Karajan, famous composers, and it's kind of like a interview thing. So I'm still in the middle of the page, at the page 80, and it's got almost like over 450 pages. So I've got 400 pages to go still, but I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying reading it. Also, there is a book called やがて哀しき外国語. So I was attracted by this title. やがて悲しき外国語. しかも悲しきの漢字が it's not like a sad, but I don't know how to describe this 悲しき in English. Like a melancholy or nostalgic feelings. Yeah, it's got melancholy or nostalgic feelings in it. Yeah, it's not just sad, but it's at the same time when someone feels nostalgic and a little bit vulnerable about their life in overseas, because Haruki Murakami, he himself spent a couple of years or maybe more than decades in the United States, because he used to work at Princeton University and provided students lectures about his writing, and that's why he wrote this book. And in this book he shared so many interesting and funny stories, and some a little bit sad and some melancholy stories about his life in the United States. Yeah, he lives in Berkeley or somewhere, New Jersey, around that area. And I'm almost done with this book. Only these, 30 or 40 pages left. it's so interesting because I also have an experience of living in overseas, and some point he shared interesting and intriguing stories about the movie theater and shopping at the American grocery stores, and all these little things makes me feel I'm back in New Zealand or United States. So yeah. But I don't get the meaning of kanashiki because I don't really feel sad or melancholy or nostalgic after reading these old stories. But yeah, I kind of highly recommend this book to you. If you are interested in living in overseas or working, studying overseas, whatever. Yeah. So that's our book review from me. 村上春樹のブックでした。